At some point, you may have asked yourself, am I losing my mind? You replay conversations over and over. You question your memory, your feelings, your judgment. You wonder if maybe it really is you. That confusion you've carried? That is not proof you're broken. That's the fingerprint of gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the most devastating forms of emotional abuse. And if you've been through it, you know, it doesn't just twist your words. It twists your sense of self. It makes you doubt the one thing you should always be able to trust, your own reality. Today, I want to walk with you through this, what gaslighting really is, why narcissists do it, how it affects you, and most importantly, how to break free and heal. You're not crazy. You're not broken. You've been manipulated. And it's time to reclaim your truth. Gaslighting isn't just lying. It's deliberate distortion. It's when someone denies the truth of what you experienced, not to protect you, but to control you. Picture this: you clearly remember a conversation where they said something cruel. Later, you bring it up, and they look at you with disbelief. That never happened. You're imagining things. Or maybe you tell them how hurtful something was, and they snap back with, you're too sensitive. You always overreact. What's happening in those moments isn't just disagreement, it's psychological warfare. Over time, their constant denial chips away at your confidence in your own memory. Their constant twisting makes you believe your feelings aren't valid. And here's the most dangerous part: gaslighting works slowly. It's like water dripping on stone. One denial here, one minimization there. Until one day, you realize you don't trust yourself anymore. That's when they know they've won. Because when you stop trusting your own reality, you become dependent on theirs. Now you may wonder, why do they do this? Why go to such lengths to deny what's real? The truth is, narcissists gaslight because reality threatens them. Admitting the truth means facing their flaws, their mistakes, their cruelty. And for them, that's unbearable. Gaslighting serves two purposes. 1. It protects their fragile ego. 2. It keeps control over you. Imagine you catch them in a lie. Instead of owning it, they flip it back on you. You're paranoid. You always assume the worst. Suddenly, the conversation is no longer about what they did. It's about what's supposedly wrong with you. That's not an accident. That's a strategy. Every time they twist your perception, they avoid accountability. And every time you question yourself instead of them, they tighten their grip on your reality. For them, gaslighting isn't just about control, it's survival. But for you, it feels like slow destruction. Gaslighting doesn't just change how you see arguments. It changes how you see yourself. Mentally, it leaves you second-guessing everything. You can't make a decision without wondering if you're wrong. You might even apologize for things you didn't do, just to keep the peace. Emotionally, it creates shame. You start believing the narrative that you're too much, too sensitive, or never enough. Physically, it exhausts you. Because living in a constant state of confusion and self-doubt puts your nervous system into survival mode. Your body doesn't know when the next distortion is coming, so it stays on high alert. If you've ever felt anxious, drained, or even like a shell of yourself, it's not weakness. It's your body trying to survive manipulation. And maybe the hardest part? Gaslighting isolates you. You stop sharing your experiences with others because you're afraid no one will believe you. Or worse, you've already been convinced you can't believe yourself. That is the silent wound gaslighting leaves behind. But it's not permanent. Healing is possible. So how do you spot gaslighting before it pulls you deeper? Listen to the patterns. The words are often predictable. You're imagining things. You're too sensitive. That never happened. You always overreact. Notice the strategies. Changing the subject when you bring up a real issue. Blame shifting so you become the problem instead of them. Minimizing your feelings, it wasn't that bad. Gaslighting isn't always dramatic. Sometimes, it's subtle, almost invisible. But when you start noticing these patterns, you'll see it clearly. And once you can name it, you can stop absorbing it. Now comes the most important part: healing. Step 1, name it. The moment you say, "This is gaslighting," you take the first step toward breaking the spell. Step 2, write things down. Journaling is one of the most powerful tools against gaslighting. When you record events as they happen, you anchor yourself in truth. Later, when they deny it, you'll have your own words to return to. Step 3, find safe mirrors. Gaslighting thrives in isolation. Healing begins in connection. Talk to people who validate your reality. Therapists, trusted friends, or communities where your voice is heard. Step 4. Rebuild self-trust. Every time you listen to your gut and honor your feelings, you repair the damage gaslighting left behind. Even the smallest decisions, choosing what you want to eat, wearing what feels good, become ways to rebuild trust in yourself. Step 5. Create boundaries. You don't have to argue with a gaslighter. In fact, arguing often feeds them. Sometimes the most powerful response is silence. Sometimes it's walking away. Boundaries aren't punishment, they're protection. Healing doesn't mean you'll never doubt yourself again. Healing means when doubt creeps in, you'll recognize it as an old wound, not your reality. If you take one thing from this today, let it be this. You are not crazy. You were conditioned to doubt yourself. Gaslighting was never proof that you were broken, it was proof of how powerful you are. Because if you weren't powerful, they wouldn't have tried so hard to erase your reality. And now, you're waking up. The truth was always inside you. If this message resonated with you, subscribe to this channel. Together, we'll keep unlearning the lies they planted and walk toward the healing you deserve.